I'm Caitlin, an artist with Embroidery Library. I love working with in the hoop designs. Those are designs that are stitched and constructed right in the hoop. Today, I'm going to be working with something especially beautiful. I'll show you the steps for making these witch boots. You can also make leprechaun boots, Santa boots, and elf boots, all in the hoop. In the hoop boots have several embroidery files, including die lines. Die line files are marked with the letters DL and are used to cut the fabric to the right shape and size. Open the die lines with embroidery software and print them. Spray the back of the front die line printout with temporary adhesive and smooth that onto a piece of felt. Cut out the shape. Remove the die line printout from the fabric. Repeat for the back die line and the front of the other boot and the back of the other boot. Now I have 4 fabric pieces cut. 2 are for the front and back of the right boot, and 2 are for the front and back of the left boot. Now it's time to make the boots. Put a size 11 sharp sewing needle on the machine. A sharp sewing needle has a smaller, finer point than an embroidery needle, and it works best when making in the hoop designs. Hoop a piece of tearaway stabilizer. Attach the hoop to the machine and load the design for the right boot. Embroider the design. The first thing to stitch is an outline which traces the shape for the front fabric piece. Spray the back of the front fabric piece with temporary adhesive. Place that right in the outline. Continue embroidering the design. The color change sheet for the design will be your guide. It lists what is being stitched, like the shoelaces. When you get to the section on the color change sheet that says finishing seam, stop the machine and remove the hoop. But don't unhoop the stabilizer yet. Turn the hoop over, spray the edges of the back fabric piece with a little bit of spray adhesive. Place that on the back of the stabilizer. The remaining step will be seen from both sides, so I'm winding a bobbin with the same thread that I'm using in the top. Attach the hoop to the machine and finish embroidering the design. A running stitch binds all the layers together. After the design is finished, unhoop the stabilizer and gently tear it away. The outline stitches will be torn away with the stabilizer. Then, hoop a piece of tearaway stabilizer and get ready to make the other boot. Load the embroidery design for the other boot. Embroider the first step, which is an outline. Spray the front fabric piece with temporary adhesive. Place the front fabric piece in the outline. Embroider the design. And stop the machine when you get to the finishing seam section. Add the back fabric piece. Finish embroidering the design. Tear the stabilizer away. Now I have 2 boots. I'll stuff them with polyester fiberfill through the opening at the top. The next step is to make the legs. I'll use 2 strips of quilter's cotton for each leg. The length that you make the legs is up to you, but for the width, if you're using the large size of the boots, cut the fabric 2 1/4 inches wide. If you're using the small size of the boots, cut the fabric 2 inches wide. Place the strips right side together. Pin in place. Sew a 1/2 inch seam along the long edges and 1 short end. Leave 1 short end open for turning. Turn the fabric pieces right side out and stuff with polyester fiberfill. I'm using the eraser end of a pencil to help fill the leg, but you can also use a knitting needle, chopstick, paintbrush, etc. Insert the raw end of the leg inside the boot about 3/4 inch. Sew it in place. Then make a leg for the other boot and sew it in place. I found ribbon the same color as the thread I used for the shoelaces, and I added bows to the top of the boots. Now, the next part is really fun because we get to use these in super creative ways. I'm putting these witch boots in a candy bucket, and it looks like she dove in head first. There are designs for leprechaun boots too. Put them in a cauldron filled with leprechaun gold. And Santa boots and elf boots. Arrange them so they're sticking out of floral arrangements, Christmas stockings, or hanging from a wreath. Thanks for watching today. To find more creative and fun in the hoop designs, visit our website www.emblibrary.com.